Hi everybody, this is Dr. Samantha Sweeney and this is Just for Fun Friday, your weekly dose of how to infuse diversity into your life and the life of your kids. So I can't wait to tell you about this week's item because I think it's really interesting and I think it's really cool. I kind of stumbled upon it and I'm just excited to share it with you. It's a TV show, which we have done before, but it is not a show that you typically see on television. Most of the things are online and you can I'll have a link to the website on the website so you can get it online if you want to, or you can check out YouTube. YouTube is your friend for all these types of things. And what the TV show is called, it's called Bino and Fino. And basically, Bino and Fino are this brother and sister team, and they do all sorts of fun things and learn things about, history and geography and the environment and science, something that you see like fairly frequently in TV shows for little kids. But it's got a twist. So the little boy and girl, they live in Nigeria. So the whole show is focused on what these kids are learning within the continent of Africa. So they live in Nigeria, but they're learning about all different things in Africa, which I think is really, really cool. So in terms of the age range, I would say that this is for ages like 2 and up. It's really geared towards little ones, which I really, really like. So I mean, you shouldn't have any screens before age 2 because kids are too young before then. But once kids hit 2, they can really enjoy this show because it is the way that the characters speak. So they speak in this very like sweet, sing-songy kind of voice, which is really nice. And so it's easy for kids to kind of listen to and hear what people are saying. It also they speak kind of slowly, which I think is really helpful too for little kids to kind of internalize all the different things that people are saying. So it's a very, very sweet show. So in terms of all the different diversity themes, the thing that's cool about this is that, obviously it's based on, race and ethnicity, and if you know are Black and they live on a different continent than most of us live on. And the thing that's really cool about it is because they're learning about all different parts of Africa, you're learning about so many different regional differences, which is so cool. I think so frequently here in the United States, I'm not sure about other countries, but definitely in the United States, we think of Africa as like one place. Just Africa is Africa, which is just, to me, it's crazy because, America is not America is not America. The Northeast is different from the Southwest, is different from the Midwest, is different from the South. All of those different places are regional, are very different regions with their own culture and all of that. And in Africa, it's all these different countries. So there's regional differences, obviously, between countries, but there are also differences within each country. And you learn so much about all of that, which I think kind of brings alive, the fact that Africa is not just this one like big continent, that's far away from a lot of us. It's got so much rich history and rich geography and rich cultural aspects to it that, kids, if you live in America like I do, it's very expensive to travel all over there. So being able to kind of access it in this way through the computer, through a TV show is really, really cool. So on all of our Just for Fun items, we rate them on a scale of 0 to 5. And this one is a 4. I really like the twist on this TV show where you're learning about different African culture. I like how they bring in some different characters. I'm not going to give it away, but they do have the family members involved too. They have teachers involved. And so there's lots of different cool aspects to this in terms of how they go about teaching the kids and the kids learn about different things. I really, really enjoy that. So I gave this a 4. Also because it's geared towards little kids, which I think is really awesome that, kids as young as 2 can really start learning about African culture through this show. But also because I think that once kids get to, 5, kind of the style of show might be a little bit babyish for them. But I think a lot of kids would continue to enjoy it after this because it is also, they're learning about something that's so unique. I mean, how often in school or in daycare do kids learn about, the kingdom of Benin or about Angolan geography or science that is based in Africa? That's not typical. And that's not typical, at least what we learn here in America. That's not what people normally learn. So I think kids even 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 years old might find this interesting just because they're learning about something so new. So that's it for this week's Just for Fun Friday. Head on over to the website, www.culturallycompetentkids.com, where you'll get a quick one-page guide and a link to buy some of these episodes if you choose. And the guide will include lots of different things, all the things we talked about today. So the age range of what's kind of appropriate for this show, the different diversity themes, and also ways to continue the conversation. Because remember, even though it's important to have fun with diversity, it's also important to keep going and to keep having harder and more difficult conversations. So I hope you check out this show, and I hope that you really enjoy it. And I'll see you next week on another Just for Fun Friday. Thanks for joining us for another Just for Fun Friday. I hope that you enjoyed it and it inspired you to go out there this weekend and have even more fun with your kids. I've created something that I'm really excited to share with you, and I think you're really going to love. I've compiled this amazing book list of all different diverse books. It has different characters, different storylines, and I think you're really going to love it. It's for kids of all ages, from babies, yes, babies, all the way up to young adults. So in order to get it, go to www.culturallycompetentkids.com. Sign up for the newsletter and it'll be sent straight to you right away, right to your inbox. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can use it for learning time, you can use it for literacy time, or just fun snuggle time with your kids. So sign up, enjoy it, and I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday.